Hi, guys. So I am back after a wonderful vacation with my daughter to kick off the holiday season. Those of you that follow me on Instagram and Facebook were able to see some of the wonderful adventures that we took over the Thanksgiving holiday. And I thought, I'd get on and talk a little bit about holiday traditions, what happens when holidays feel different or look different, or we have to create new traditions. Typically in my practice, the holiday season becomes the busy time for us because I think it's pretty well known that people tend to get anxious or sometimes depressed or a little bit of the blues around the holiday time. A lot of that I think has to do with the weather as well. We're not getting, as much sun and vitamin D, which feels good. So sometimes people start to experience some seasonal affective disorder around this time. But a lot of it is just changes in tradition. You know, Traditions are things that often give us comfort if they're good traditions, sometimes even bad traditions, or just the comfort of knowing familiarity and what's coming next feels good for people. I'm someone that this year has had to embrace a lot of change, and I'm still embracing change. But as my family looks different. I'm no longer married. My children are older. We're not all together for the holidays. My son visits his dad for Thanksgiving. My daughter's here with me, and just creating joy instead of living in the past, I think has been a challenge for me. And sometimes I wonder, is it a challenge for others? Or I know it can be a challenge for others. And how do we embrace new chapters in our lives? It can be exciting and fun, and it can also be a little bit scary. So what do you do when things look different for the holidays? How do you keep yourself busy? What kind of traditions do you adopt to keep yourself happy and to continue to grow and thrive? Um, I live for traditions. Like I said, it's something that's just so comforting to me about traditions, especially when you're raising children. I think it's good for children to have something to look forward to, whether it's putting up the tree together or doing houses together. Um, when you know what will happen next. Big family dinners, Christmas decorations up the day after Thanksgiving. Those were some of the wonderful things I did with my family and as we were raising our children, um, getting pajamas, all the same pajamas, and taking pictures for Christmas Eve, all those fun things. When I was a youngster, I remember being together with my cousins and gift swaps. And I actually remember being so sad when that ended for my cousins because of family dynamics, and there were some divorces in the family, and it prevented the youngsters, the cousins, getting together and playing. And I remember as a child being so sad about that tradition ending. So I think I learned at a young age that it's important that to embrace that traditions are wonderful and they do provide comfort, but nothing is forever. Everything is changing and growing as it should be, and embracing the fear in that, and sometimes the grief in that, but also embracing that we get to create whatever we want, right? We get to create what the next chapter of our lives look like, what the next tradition for our families look like. And that's what I spent time doing this past Thanksgiving, which was wonderful with my daughter. We've never done a mommy daughter trip together. And we got to do it this time, and it was just simply amazing. Um, Previously, my family, we skied together every Christmas. Like, we'd have a big Thanksgiving dinner. We would run the turkey trot together. I would make my father's famous gumbo from Mobile, Alabama. And every Christmas we would ski together. So we would be at we had a little condo, and the kids would wake up, open their Christmas presents, and ski all day, and then we'd go tubing at night and just spend some really good quality time together in the mountains and in front of the fire, um, laughing and just enjoying winter sports. Uh, Even now, when I think of those memories, they're so special. But I think of that phrase, be happy that it happened, not be sad that it's not happening anymore. And I used to get sad because those memories ended. But now, like I said, I have 2 adult kids. I'm no longer married. Both my parents are deceased. So what's a girl to do, right? All the things I never did, I'm doing now. I'm creating new traditions. Like that Girl Scout song, make new friends but keep the old. I am making new traditions and keeping the old. Um, Toxic friends, family, protecting your energy, things like that that used to, well, what should I say? I mean, what I mean by that is giving tips on how to approach the holidays when you have set plans and you're not in this phase where you could just create whatever you want. And sometimes you're having to be around toxic friends, toxic families, members. How do you protect your energy? And some of the tips that I give to some of my clients is make sure you have an exit plan. Exit plans are very important. And make sure you have intention. I think it's important to have intention about everything. Before I get out of my bed in the morning, I have an intention. Before I step out of my house, I have an intention. Have an intention about, if you do have a family dinner and there's going to be some people who, could affect your energy and your vibe. Um, have an intention about how you're going to be. Like maybe you're just going to hang out with the kids or um, get involved in some kind of board game or puzzle or something that helps you protect yourself in an environment that might not be as protective of your energy. Um, and decide before you go how long you will be there. Um, do something that makes you feel good before and after you go to whatever event you have to go to that you think your energy might be off. Another tip is to visualize a protective shield around yourself while you are at the event. Um, just a few tips that I have used over the years when I have had social obligations over the holidays, and hope that helps. Okay, I am going to get ready for a fun collab I'm doing with an old college friend and look forward to that. Like and subscribe to this channel, please, and I will see you back here next time. Bye. Happy holidays.